Howdy folks. Hey, in today's video I'm fishing with Sam of Wildlife Adventures. I'm going to show you just what I filmed. I might show you a fish or two he catches, but I want you to go and watch his channel and see how he filmed his part. He was making a video about how to fish docks, okay? Alright, I was just a guide for the day, so I'm going to show you a few fish that I caught, and we had a big day and we caught a bunch of fish. I mixed up a bunch of baits. I was throwing different baits from shad, from LC shad to crickets. Alright? Appreciate y'all guys. Hope you enjoy the video.
That is a crappie. Guys, it's the first one we caught here. That's why we said that. It's probably at least 30 fish here, at least. But I don't think all of them are crappie. He's not a decent sized one. He's probably right at 10 inches. Isn't he? Wow. That little number 4 hook.
It's hooked good.
Yeah, that's a number 4's.
Oh.
I mean, that's a number 6. I'm sorry, number 6. Number 4 is number 6. When you lock one into them, they're so small diameter they don't punch a big hole.
Right.
They're hard to get off.
Talked him into biting, didn't he?
Yep.
Look at that.
Yep. He was on that corner. That's a decent fish too.
Boom.
He's probably 10 and an eighth.
10 and an eighth. Yeah.
Bam! I just threw to the front of the dock.
Yeah, on this morning.
Just trying to sucker him out, and it did. He come on out there after it. It is 19 foot right here where we're sitting.
The fish are how deep?
The fish are 8 foot. Little tadpole junior. That's a nice little fish. He's a fat one too.
Probably close to 11 inches.
Yeah, that's a nice one. That's a good size. That's fun size right there. Bam. Take 2. Next cast, as SpongeBob would say. You know, the funniest thing is we done been 3 places with crappie.
Right.
And Sam caught 1 or 2 the first place and 1 or 2 the second place. You just got to find something that's interested. You can spend all day, and in one school probably had 30 or 40 in it, didn't it, Sam?
That's right.
You caught maybe 2 there or whatever. But anyway, the point is, you can spend all day on a school of fish and catch 1 or 2 of them. You got to move. If they're not biting, you can't make them bite. You got to just keep on going to find some fish that's interested.
Exactly right.
And you catch them. You don't know if the huge school of shad just came through before you stopped there, and they fed up for 10 minutes. Just ate, you know. Yep, you got to find something that's interested. Now we stopped here, and it's not many fish here, but the ones that are here are interested, aren't they?
That's a good fish.
Yes, that's a good fish. He's over 11. We're right at 11. But this school right here is interested, aren't they? Bam! That's what I'm talking about right there, buddy. That's why you move.
Good fish, man. I'm telling you.
I used to guide a lot. I'm not guiding anymore. Since I'm trying to retire, I laugh because that ain't working. I'm watching my line when it enters the water. Bam.
Watch that little twitch.
I see my line, see my line just move a little bit. You'll see more bites than you feel. If you're not doing that, you got fish biting that you don't know about. Got me eye full of water. Good gosh, I'm mean today. That's not a monster. He's pushing 10. They're definitely fat.
$5,000 on the fence.
Bam.
Dennis done snuck one in on me. Good.
We just sit here resting for a minute, guys, talking. And to be honest with you, this fish was not under the dock. I threw under the dock and then worked it back. And we thought, well, let's work a little further. He hit it. The fish, since the sun is not out, the fish are roaming around the edge of the dock some too, I think. I'm not watching the live scope, guys. I know some of y'all think you stare at the live scope all the time. I do at times. If I'm trying to find my bait, if there's a reason for it. If I'm fishing open water, yes. But right now, we see the fish, a few fish are here. You can see they're scattered, it's not many. So we know where they're at. We're just old time casting and reeling. That's a nice fish too.
That's a good fish right there.
Mm-hmm.
Hold him up, I'm gonna zoom right in on him.
And that's the Tweety bird.
Yeah. Good.
And that's a good skipping bait. The Tweety bird, that's in ocean color. This water's pretty clear today. I'd say it's 2.5, 3 foot visibility, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Easily. Nice fish.
Clear. All right.
You're part cowboy. You was roping him too. These fish got caught in the rope there. They have their probably to tie boats up when somebody comes to visit. I reckon y'all noticed. I didn't mention this at the beginning. I'm with Sam, but I'll do an intro. So that's a nice fish. I'm not showing all Sam's fish, guys. I showed you 1 or 2. That's it.
I think that one cut off over there.
Oh my gosh! When you can't see the bait, he wanted it. We have caught, I don't know how many fish off this dock now. The last 2 docks have been good to us. The first 3 places we went wasn't so good to us. Some of it too is the sun's trying to come out a little bit. That tightens them up. Okay, that pushes them under the docks too. Sam and I was talking earlier. This is the main channel. There's shad running all this thing. They get out here at night and just roam. They're like a pack of wolves or a pack of coyotes, and they hunt shad. Sun starts coming up, they go, hey, we're going to go find a place to hide for today. And they got certain docks they like. Not every dock is good, guys. Y'all can see all those docks. I've mentioned this and I made a video, Docks 101. The other day I went over there, straight across the lake, and I done quit fishing for the day, and I went up through there checking docks, just looking for new fish. One dock up there that had a sliding board on it had a bunch of fish on it. One of all those docks, and that's probably what, 15, 20 right there? Right. And it's deep there too, you can tell by the bank. One dock had crappie on it of all those docks. Right. They like certain docks for whatever reason. I think it's the bottom composure. This one has a touch of brush back there and here. I've talked to this guy before and he told me he put it there. If it's got a little bit of brush, stump under it, that's a plus. All that makes a huge difference. Boom. But I think the bottom depth, this has natural rock coming in the water. It's deep here. We're sitting in 14 foot right here. Boom. And it's 20 out here in front of it. Right. That's a plus.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's about 20 foot right there at the Yeah. Yeah.
We've been here. We've been on this dock, guys, for quite a few minutes.
Pretty old crappie right there.
And the crappie are way back under there, and couldn't get them to hit. Sam catches one. Now they're fired. Sometimes you can catch one in the school. We'll start feeding.
Yeah, they'll stir up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Boom.
But the hardest part is getting to them. You get the bait back there to them, I think you catch one of them. But a long ways back there, and they are 9, 10 foot deep. But there you go, a small one. We ain't caught one of the big ones yet. Some big ones, some decent ones back there. It looks like some decent fish. But we ain't caught one of the big ones yet. Sam might have had one that was 11 inches, but they look bigger. Man, he took me around the post, but I got 2 pound test. I wasn't scared.
Good crack.
Didn't even hurt the line. Yeah, got them cricket, a June bug cricket. I switched on them, guys. There's quite a few fish here, but they're not easy to catch today. So, you know, some days crappie are much easier to catch than others, guys. You can see right there's a school right there. And today they haven't been real easy. We've caught quite a few, but we've had to work for them. And we've been places, as I said earlier, that we didn't catch but 1 or 2. So sometimes you just got to keep moving and find a school that's interested. And sometimes finding a bait or a color that they're interested in.
Right. Yeah, we've been switching colors on these, trying to find.
Yeah, I went to that cricket and I caught one on the cricket.
Something different.
Yep, something a little different, because you don't know. Somebody could have been here this morning, left it, or been here yesterday, or who knows, and been beating on them. All right, guys, got one out of the front. You got to watch the front. There's braces across this. You can actually see the top of one of them right there.
I just hung that brace.
Yeah, you can see the top of it there. I think you're back further in a bit, maybe.
I threw it over there and it hit the post and ricocheted and it went back across the brace.
And see, that's why I was fishing from the side. You don't get hung up as easy. Come to the front, you'll get hung up in those braces. But we thought we'd try a couple from the front before we left. Fishing docks, guys, don't go out there with 2 jig heads. You better have some jig heads. You're going to get hung up. Now, you can use weedless heads. I've got some weedless heads by B&M. And I got a video where I show you take 50-pound test or 60-pound test line and make a jig head. I've got some with me. They're okay, but I'm going to warn you ahead of time. You're not going to hook up 100% with those type heads. Because sometimes that keeper keeps you from getting hung up, keeps the fish from getting hung on too. So you probably ought to use at least 6-pound test if you're going to use one of those. And set the hook hard when they bite to pull that weed guard down. Guys, I switched to the Sam and I, we just having the ball. The last couple docks we've done pretty good on. Like I said, that's why you got to move around. Don't get stuck on one dock. Look around. If you don't have live scope, use your side imaging. Go by and look for spots on your side imaging. And if you see something you like, then fish it. Because not every dock is good. And switch baits around after you start casting them. Now, I went to this motor oil, this 5W30 is what I call it, this motor oil color, and this cricket. And they seem to really like it. And I think it's Sam said earlier, motor oil on that dipstick, when the water has this color to it, where your visibility is pushing 3 foot, really works good. Bam, see there, we're cleaning house.
I'm fishing what, shad?
Sam's using, he's throwing a flash color chaos. Okay, they're coming soon. We haven't got them on yet. They'll be on hopefully within the next week. I've got stock made. I just got to get the pictures on the site, guys, and got to get the paperwork done on the site, and they'll be ready to go. That's the flash color. Virginia shad, close to the same color. Virginia shad has more blue highlight, and it has blue and chartreuse flake in it also. Flash is just silver, 2 sides silver and black. Bam. All right, guys, this is new for me. I just done something today I haven't done for a long time. I'll tell you all about it in a minute. Bam, that's a nice fish.
The weedless head. So Dennis, show us that you using that weedless. So show the folks at
this is the first time I ever used this with this type bait, with this chaos. This is the chaos bait. Let me get in where everybody can see. This is a Charlie Brewer slider head. Okay, all right. And they're made to use that little Charlie Brewer bait that has a little knobby tail. I got thinking about this last night. I thought, why cannot we use this with this chaos? So that's what I done. That way you can use it weedless. Now you heard me earlier talking about getting hung up all the time. What I done was bring it through. This kind of a bass fishing trick. Then I kind of skin hooked it on the back like that.
Right.
All right.
So it's weedless.
So it's weedless.
Over those braces.
Yep. Came right over the braces. Bam. There you go, guys. There's another technique. That was the first cast with it. I caught a fish with it. So hey, this is a new color I'm playing with, guys. I don't even have a name for it. It's kind of like a blue ice. I don't know. It's 2 colors. I know it's not showing up. The back is violet with a drop of neon blue, and the bottom is basically clear with this flake. But it's trying something new for clear water. Bam. Hey, you still throwing the chaos? Yeah. Yep, that's what that chaos is, you know, I do research before I buy a mold. I try to find other YouTubers that are pouring it or anything I can before you spend $200 on a mold, you know. So I really took a chance on this mold. And man, it has some good action, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Everybody that's bought them has commented back they like them. It's good size. If you want a little smaller, bite a 1/4 inch of it off. Yeah. You know, right. If you tear the head up a little bit, cut that off, put it back on there, it's fine.
That's what I do. I can take just the tip of it off.
Yeah, you can make it a little shorter if you want to.
When it gets boogered up on the end, the nice thing about it, you take another 1/4 inch off of it, you still got a 2-inch bait.
Don't tell everybody that. I won't sell any baits. Bam. All right, guys, bite slowed down a little bit. There's quite a few fish here, but not all of them are interested. And they're hanging that brace. And as we said before, the braces here can make it tough. And he got hung up on the brace when I was reeling him in. That's how close he was to it. I don't know if I can show you all or not. You see the fish right there? This is the front of the dock. Hold the fish in my hand too. You see the brace coming here. They're hanging right behind that brace, and that makes it tough. I've been hung on it quite a few times. That's a nice fish, probably amongst the nicest ones we've caught today. He's probably, he might not be 12 inches. If not, he's pushing it, isn't he? Look how thick he is. All right, guys. Bam. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Howdy, folks. We caught quite a few fish, didn't we? Didn't try to keep up with it. We caught quite a few. The fish didn't move to the docks till late in the day. A couple docks we checked, the first 2 or 3 didn't have any on them, and I caught fish off of them just a few days before this. But that's how it is. They go out and prowl around that open water, and when the sun starts coming up, they head for the shade of the docks. So as the day went on, they started coming into the docks, and we started finding more fish on the docks, okay? And the last couple we ended up fishing, had a lot of fish on them. Had a lot of fish on them. They were a little hard to catch. Okay, moon phases, summertime. When you get into this time of year, guys, the summertime, I heard somebody talking the other day on Crappie Connection about dog days of summer. Yeah, as you get into the summertime, you might find lots of crappie. Sometimes they do get a little harder to catch. People talk about moon phases, different things. I think the weather has more to do with it than anything. We've had bad storms a couple days before this, and it was still cloudy. Actually, it rained on us that morning as we was coming out of the marina. It was drizzling rain on us, okay? I think that affects the fishing just as much as anything. A bright, clear, sunny day, if you have a couple pretty days in a row, the fishing always seems to be better, doesn't it? Appreciate y'all guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, because I enjoyed fishing with Sam. We had a big time. Check out his channel, Wildlife Adventures, and you can see his half of it. I didn't show all the fish, guys, that he caught. I left that to him. I just showed a few, okay? Appreciate y'all guys. See you next time.